Well, good day, folks. Hope you're all having an awesome Saturday. I had a pretty good one. I went on a little road trip. My plan was to stop by this kind of roadside permanent yard sale, salvage yard kind of thing, because I had seen some axe heads there in the past, and there was a hewing axe I wanted to pick up. So here's that. It's a small one. Only got about shy of 4-inch cutting edge on it. Only identifying mark is an arrow pointing this way. So I guess that's the way you're supposed to swing it. Who knew? Anyway, picked that up and grabbed a couple other axe heads while I was there. It's a nice double bit axe. Again, no identifying marks. I can see through the rust. These are all kind of rough. And I grabbed this one. Another project to clean up. Again, nothing I can see as an identifying mark on it. But for $5, I couldn't pass. But in talking to the gentleman, I asked him if he had any pocket knives or other knives, and he said no, but he knew of a lady that did. It's kind of an out-of-the-way antique shop. He said she had quite a few pocket knives, so I got some directions, and off I went. And if you saw my short I posted earlier, yeah, she had a few. Now, turns out I kind of landed late to the party because she told me she had a collector that dumped 3,000 knives on her. So they had been mostly picked over by the time I got there. So all of the best of the bunch are probably gone, but I picked up a few. She gave me a cigar box to put them in. So we're going to take a quick peek. This isn't going to be a review or a breakdown or a cleanup, anything like that. It's just going to be, here's what I found, and then you'll see it all again in the future as I do cleanups and whatnot. But here we go. So we'll start with some fixed blades. Now, I left the price tags on. Some of you may scream at me for the prices I paid. Some may say, well, good deal. But this is a Solid Scout on it. And I tell you, I was a long time taking pictures of tank stamps to blow up so I could read them. But this one, it says, I think it's either Charwell or Sharpwell Company, Soligen, made in Germany. And on the reverse, it has a 345, and it looks like NI. So I'll let you have a peek. There's your 345, and it looks like NI. And then there is your manufacturer tank stamp. And then you've got a little plastic shield in here. And it's kind of faded. I don't know if that really represents anything. There's no writing I can see. Just kind of seems like a symbol. And it doesn't look like a Boy Scout symbol I'm familiar with, but I've seen Boy Scout knives similar to this on eBay and whatnot, so I thought it was a pretty good little find. There's Charlie saying hi to the neighbors. Fits nice in the hand. Still lots of meat left on the blade, so that'll be a fun little cleanup project. Then there's this one, and there are no identifying marks of any kind on it. It's got kind of a funky looking blade. I don't know if that was somebody took a grinder to it trying to clean it or what. It looks kind of funky. Maybe that's a forging style or something I'm not familiar with. But you've got looks like a steel guard, brass pins, it's full tang. Covers, I don't know. Could be some kind of bone, might be plastic, jigged to look like bone or stag, but somebody's tried doing some kind of a cleanup on it, I think, because there's some definite grinder marks here and there. But for $5, how could you go wrong? And then this little one was neat. It is listed here as a Hammer USA. And if you look at the tank stamp, I believe that says Hammer brand and then USA down the side. That's all that's on it. But I just thought this one was neat because it looks like it would be like the covers for a folding pocket knife, but it's actually a full tang kind of bird and trout knife. So do need not to pick up. So that's the fixed blades. Now this was probably one of the better scores, I think. And HT, you may want to perk up for this one. Says here Schrade Walden, and it is a folding hunter. You see, I paid 20 for it. Some of these there was some dickering involved, but we'll just kind of go with the price that's on there. Appears to be a jig bone handle. Nice jigging pattern to it. Kind of it's a dark brown or a black. It's like a dark brown. You got your, and these are all rough. There's going to be a lot of cleanup involved. You can see your tang stamp there, Schrade USA 225H. Nothing on the reverse. Still has some snap. And then you've got your skinning blade. Nothing on that, but what do you think of that one, Harold? Is that a good looking folding hunter to you? I've seen Schrade folding hunters with the not Stagalon, you know what I mean. But no shield or anything. But I hadn't seen one with like a jig bone pattern like this, so I had to grab that one. And then here's an interesting one. It's sack. It's one of those modern style sacks, but Victorinox. And the tank stamp reads, and I gotta grab a magnifying glass, but it is Victorinox, Switzerland, stainless, and Rost Frey. And on this side, patent mod dep. Patent pending mod dep. Not sure what that means. Anyways, you can see that there. And here. Now this one is neat because it's a locking blade, but it's got this little switch on the side. So you have to pull the switch back to release the lock. And I don't know offhand when this was made, but somebody etched the blade and it says, "Happy hunting from the guys." And then it says, "Retired 1995. So I know it's at least a 1995 knife. And you still get your toothpick and your tweezers in there. And then you've got your cap lifter, screwdriver with a half stop, and your can opener mini screwdriver. Very, very dirty. And then you've got a sewing awl and your corkscrew. So I don't know, this is maybe an early model of one of their more modern knives or whatnot, but it's neat. Had to grab it. Then we grabbed this one here, an old hobo knife. You got your spoon, you got your fork, you've got your main blade, and excuse me, your bottle opener, And that appears to be it. Or sorry, can opener, and that appears to be it. You've got, whoop, what is there? That says, I believe when I looked at that, it said patent or something like that. Hard to make out now. Maybe your eyes can see it better than mine. So I don't believe there was maker's mark on this one that I could make out. But it's definitely going to need some work. It's got some nice covers on it. She's rough, but she's salvageable. And still got the bail. And I got paid $5 for that. Oh, maybe 10. And then we got a Barlow. And it's Premier K413 USA. And I'm going to guess these are, feels like plastic saw cut. You get your main blade. And this one is, looks like Providence Cut Company, PROW something LUSA. And nothing on the other side. So I'll let you have a look at that. Lots of dirt in there. And then, kind of neat, for your secondary blade, you have a Warncliffe. Again, no markings there. Very, very dirty. Gonna need a lot of cleaning up to get snapped back. But, neat little knife, I thought. What else? Now, this one was interesting. I picked this one up, and you can see it's in rough shape. It's like somebody's dog chewed on it. But, it's a case. Or at least it says it's a case. Blade is in great shape. And if I know my tang stamps, this should be a 2009. Still good snap on it. Long clip blade. It's the single blade. Looks to have brass bolsters and a brass shield. And it's a different shield. It's not one I'm familiar with. And looks like stainless steel blade, stainless steel line, spring brass liners. And then some kind of a bone that probably explains why the dog chewed on it. It's either a dog or a beaver. But I'm going to get a case for $5 up this way. So, don't know what I'll do with this one. But, man, I really wish it wasn't chewed like that. But I can do something with it, I'm sure. But I just thought it was neat, particularly with the brass shield. So, no half stopping. It's always good snap. And then we got a electrician's knife. And this one says Champion A2900 ASI number 45750. And it is a Colonial. It's a Colonial USA. And then you've got your wire stripper screwdriver. And you have the liner lock for your screwdriver. That may say something down there. Extraordinarily small writing. Patent number. So, you get like an electrician's knife and $7. Then we picked up another Forest Master, like the one Mike sent. This one's in rougher shape. I think we've got a broken tab here on this cover and here, so oops, sorry. That's going to take a little repair work, but she's a rusty mess, but lots of meat left on the blade. And this one is another Colonial, Providence, USA. You can see that through the rust. Not much for snap. Gonna need a lot of cleaning out, a lot of de-rustifying. But all the bits and pieces are there. Man, a lot of rust though. USA there. Anyway, that's going to be a big project. Then we've got this one here. Nice brown jig bone covers. And it is a Trapper. And it is Monarch. That's 221, made in Japan. It's kind of neat because if you watch the Godzilla movies, Monarch's the company that monitors all of the big nasty creatures. Nice snap to it. And then you've got your, I don't know, you really call that a spade blade, or is that more of a spear point? Not some meat left on them though. Good snap, should clean up well. Comes in right about 4 inches. And then we got another Stockman. And this one, I'm going to say plastic covers. Getting right about 4 inches. This one is, and I really should put on better glasses for this. What are you? Looks like it's Ireland. And it's got a little bird. I know I've seen that before. Towing, maybe? Towing. Towing Ireland. I'm sure I've seen that little bird somewhere before. I haven't had time to research any of these. It was just what looked good, what looked salvageable. The blades are all in good shape on this one. Your spade blade, your sheep's foot, and your clip point. So, but the covers are plastic and possibly clamshell, like just the wraparound. I don't know, but there's some good snap to it, except for that one. But should be another good project still. And this one was neat. It's a money clip, but it's a Zippo money clip. But it's a Zippo money clip with a Swiss Army knife on it. And it's not in perfect shape. One of the blades, and you can see there Zippo. A little chunk out of that one. And then on the side, you got your file. I just kind of thought it was wild. You had a Zippo money clip with a Victorinox knife on it. And this one was kind of neat. Thought this one, I believe, Patent, Providence Cut Company, made in USA. And it's like a, I don't know, a different kind of can opener maybe. And then you have, with a half stop, a little clip point. And I think that probably says the same thing, Providence Cut Company, made in USA. So I thought that was kind of neat. Just a little keychain knife. Something different. At least different to me. Others of you may have seen 1,000 of these. But for $5, why not? And then we got another little one here. And I'm not sure what these covers are. They kind of almost feel like they might be a bit on the hollow side. And here we have, we'll let you look at that first before I try and decipher it with the magnifying glass. Republic of Ireland. Nothing I can see on that side. Then you got a little pen blade with it. It's not a big exciting knife or anything like that, but again, for $5, something I can play with and clean up. Definitely going to need some love. And then one of those magic knives. But this one has lost its magic, because from what I recall, on the tang there's a little hook, and then there's a bar inside there. And when you have it up this way, the bar locks in place, and then when you have it this way, the bar drops down and then releases the mechanism when you give it a little push. But our bar, oh, there we go, we just got it. Aha. There you have it. Imperial Ireland. Blade's in pretty good shape. I guess we close it, and there we go. So probably a little mineral oil will solve all of those problems. So they wanted 20 for this. I think I got it for 10. And then finally, we have this little fella here. Little keychain knife. And you've got your clip point, which says something right there. Imperial, maybe? Imperial USA? Imperial. Oh, it might be Imperial Ireland. I can't tell, but I think it might be Ireland. Anyways, you've got your clip point. You got a little cap lifter, screwdriver. And then I don't know what's going on in here. I have a tool I can pull that out with. What do we got here? I thought maybe it was a broken blade. It appears to be, but there's a little more meat down there than I thought. Get a hold of it. What else do we got here? Get behind it. Oh, there we go. may have been a can opener at one time. I don't know. It's kind of different. When I first looked at it, I thought it was just a two-bladed jack, but I wonder what we had there. Anyway, I just thought it was a neat little knife. Still has snap. Anyways, $3. So there's my great haul, folks. So, geez, I hope this didn't drag on too long. 25 minutes. Anyway, I don't know what you think of the best of the lot. Definitely this fella right here ranks up there for me, and I want to give this Scout knife a good cleanup. The Victorinox, I'm interested to find out more about that. This Monarch is going to get a good cleanup. Definitely dig the Barlow. I mean, I know it's not a high-end Barlow or anything like that, but it's going to clean up nice, and the Wharncliffe is different. So we'll give that one a good cleanup. The Zippo one is interesting. I mean, there's something I find interesting about all of them. So I thought it was a pretty good haul. No $1 million knives here or anything like that, but a lot of interesting knives. That I definitely want to find out more about. It's a very different looking shield. At least to me, I'm not a case collector, so. Anyhow, we'll leave you go there. I've taken up enough of your time. There's other knife channels you need to go watch and support, so please go ahead and do that. In the meantime, I got to go buy a box of mineral oil, I think, because I got a lot of soaking to do. Anyway, folks, I hope you're having a great day. I hope you got outside, got out and got some fresh air, hung out with some people you enjoy being with, and maybe got a little knife hunting of your own. And definitely hope you got out for a little walk in the woods, because it's a great place to just go clear your mind, get away from all the craziness in your life, and just appreciate nature and just have a nice little reset. And hey, take a knife with you. Might just come in handy. Y'all take care.